We are live, folks. Hello, everybody. My name is Bahzad.
My name is Risa.
And we are here, streaming live from Yokohama, Japan, the international headquarters of Naked and Famous Denim, to bring to you the greatest live stream in live stream history. Past, present, and future. It's the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, brought to you by the good people at Naked and Famous Denim, makers of fine glassware and other things. Take a sip from your Naked and Famous Denim mug to enjoy delicious beverages every morning, because it always tastes better in a mug.
It really does. It does taste better in a glass mug.
Yeah.
I have to say.
That's why we make them, as well as other things. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about glasses this live stream. And drinks, as well as other things. Well, everybody knows where we're checking in from, and everybody knows that this is the last episode of the Raw Denim live stream, featuring Risa and myself. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. It's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird feeling.
It's 100. What are we at? 164 of these.
Yeah.
164. I think it's 164. As well as that doesn't really account for the live streams that we started on Instagram Live, and so there was a bunch of those for a while. So I mean, there's I'm gonna go on a limb and say there's probably been over 200 episodes in total of live streams. It's many hours of you guys listening to us rant about jeans and other things. Well, anyway, we'll get to the thank yous and all the lovely thank yous at the end. But it's been a pleasure, of course. But let's check in with the chat. Let's check in with everybody. Pedro writes, "This is the last one with the world's famous denim couple. Be there or be square, folks. You don't want to be square, and you guys are already here. So we certainly appreciate that." Rise W5, last one with Bahzad and Risa. That's true, but next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hold on, let me make sure I got that right, because Garrett messaged me, and Garrett says to me, "On the live stream, can you tell everyone we will be moving to Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern?" So you're going to be able to tune into the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays.
So the same time, but a day early.
Yeah, day earlier. And if you want to find us, you can find us on the Wonder Looper YouTube channel at 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday. So the same time, same atmosphere, same place. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Some people have been messaging us, sort of. I get it. Lots of thank yous and this and that. But some people are sort of seemingly thinking that there's like a demise of us, like we're going away. I'm like, don't worry, we're not going away. We're still going to be around. You're always going to find us.
But I want to put it out there that we did not push Garrett's live stream
to Thursday.
A different time.
Yeah.
Because of us.
Yeah, no, that was Garrett's
his decision.
Yeah.
Obviously, he and whoever that he's gonna live stream with will have life, and not like us,
right?
So they would rather prefer having Friday night open, for social things. So that's understandable.
Yeah.
They're young people, and so they moved the live stream to Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm old people, so I have nothing to do.
Yeah, and also
it's Saturday morning, so it's different. Anyhow, the live stream will continue on, so you'll get your fix of raw denim news that you can use, and they'll have a lot more what can I say, gimmicks to show off each and every week.
Really holding on to
I'm holding on to the gimmick. So faded jean gimmick, jeans with two legs gimmick, raw denim as a whole, that gimmick, leather patches, all that stuff that makes jeans. They're going to be showing you all that stuff, and boy, do they have a extensive collection of faded jeans, so they're going to be able to show off a lot more stuff. So anyhow, be sure to tune in and support the boys. Be sure to support the boys because they're going to be working hard, and it took us a while to get to this format the way it is right now. So of course things are going to be a little bit different, but they're going to get there too. They are professionals after all. Okay, back in to the chat. Invis Ians, good to see you. DC is in the house. DC is always in the house, always appreciated. Chen Yip So, hello everyone, checking in from New York City. Good to see you, my friend. Shang Style checking in from Sydney from BNR's last stream, testing out the Duck Selvedge Classic Fit, which feels very lightweight now that it's warming up in the southern hemisphere. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's still warm here in Japan, I'll tell you that much. But it seems like everywhere else in the world, it is certainly cooling down. Well, not everywhere else in the world, at least our demographic of the world, I'd say. The parts of the world where we sell the most jeans, it's cooling down. Fixed Spiral writes, howdy from the mountains of western North Carolina, y'all. A little bittersweet tonight, but onwards and upwards, eh? You got that, eh? These Friday evening streams have brought me so much joy through the times. Love to the community. Well, thank you very much. It's brought us plenty of joy as well, just to be here with all of you guys. BD, the producer, is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Chris Griffin, I'm going to need you to throw those producer notes out to the window. I'm not ready for what's written. Don't worry, guys. We're here. We'll be here. BD, hello from Southern Ontario, wearing my snowy Selvedge. That's right. That's a great pair. To see him off in the last Naked Famous appearance. Checks producer notes. Dear self, don't cry. Well, Snowy's in the background somewhere. Maybe he realizes it's one of those days. Somebody said, quoting Limp Bizkit, it's just one of those days. Shout outs to Fred Durst. I know you are watching right now. As I listen to your albums, I'm sure you listen to our live streams. It's a mutual thing between me and Fred. Jameson Keating, I haven't tuned into the Wonder Looper streams before. Looking forward to seeing what's going on with that. Well, if you haven't tuned into one, it's a very similar format.
It's a very similar background.
Yeah, very similar hosts, similar background, similar topics in the realm of fine and good apparel and fabrics and all that stuff. So maybe the topics of discussion might be a little bit different in some ways, but of course all of it ties back in together. Shang Style writes, hey Bahzad, we want to see all your design gimmicks today. Spill all the secrets. No need to hold back anymore. I've never held back. Yeah. You guys know I cannot keep a secret. It's impossible. I do not hold secrets. You guys get all the goods all the time. I would be a terrible interrogation guy. Did you do the crime? Yes, I did it. And this is how I did it. And
you would be a terrible person to be interrogated.
Yeah. Like if somebody hired me to do a job. I'd just immediately I'd spill all the beans.
And you would tell them more information than they
way more information than they need. They would get tired of my interrogations. They'd be like, I don't need to know about that's completely irrelevant. I said, look, what I ate last Tuesday for lunch is important to me, and we're going to talk about it because I'm still disappointed with the service at Taco Bell. Also, not a lot of Taco Bells in Japan.
There's a couple.
And
Taco Bells in Japan serves beer.
That's right. Cervezas. For authentic Mexican experience. Okay. Philip. Hello and greetings from Berlin, Germany. Good to see you, my friend. Pedro, did Fred Durst single-handedly make red caps popular? When I was a kid, those red caps were very popular among the teenage boys. I did not don a red cap, but I had a lot of friends that did don red caps white t-shirts, red caps. That was the way to go. Red caps today are a little bit different than red caps back then. But I'm going to credit him for a long time, up until like 2016, for red caps.
That's a pretty good run.
That's a good run.
Yeah.
That's a good run for being responsible for red caps. All right. Solvents, wearing my MIJ12s in Scotland, my favorite jeans. Great jean to own. I'm glad to hear it. Enjoy those jeans. Beach Moth writes, does your departure mean the Naked Famous Fred Durst collab is dead? You never know. Never say never. I would do it. I would do it. Just saying.
You would do it.
I would do it.
I think that's what he means, is that now that you're...
Oh, no. I don't think... I think with or without me, that's still on the table. Definitely. Give me a call, Fred. We will figure it out. Sean Gonzalez, any sneak peek of the Michael Myers, the Halloween denim?
I wish.
Yeah, unfortunately not on this episode, but I have got a sneaking suspicion that next week, if you tune in, that Garrett and friends will be previewing that one. They told me that they finally got the physical samples, the full cut sewn sample. So they're going to be able to show that one off to you guys. Yeah, I never got to see the whole thing. I got to see the fabric. I got to see leather patch, bits and pieces. I never got to see it all put together.
Well, we will see it next Thursday, just like everybody else on the live stream.
That's right. Okay. A bittersweet day for Naked and Famous. Wish you all the best in your Wonder Looper endeavors. Gabriel Fisher says, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Shang Style says, I think their goodbye jeans would be the Godzilla collection. Hee hee. Godzilla is the thing I'm still working on. Just putting the final touches on that. Working with, just trying to get some artwork sorted out for that one right now. It's going to be nice. It's gonna be nice. So
it's gonna be a lot of heavyweight.
Yeah.
A lot of slub.
A lot
of cool graphics.
It's gonna be pretty cool. So just to recap, you know what? Let me. I think I've got my Godzilla plan. Here we go. Let me read it for you guys, so you guys have an idea of what you can expect. Now, of course, this is all subject to change because everything needs to be proved by Team Godzilla. So if they need a little tweak change here and there, things might change. Titles might change. All that kind of stuff might happen. But as we're working on it, the plan is to sort of have a monster from every era of Godzilla. If you're a Godzilla fan, you know that there's different eras in the Godzilla world. We're talking, so for the Showa era, where it all began, this is like 1954 to 1975. We're going to go with the OG Godzilla, 1954, the first film in the franchise, the film that set it off, Kaijumania. And the plan here is to have a black by white slubby Selvedge denim. Something I would say reminiscent of like a Japan heritage. So heavy, but not the heaviest. The first Godzilla was a big boy, but it wasn't the biggest boy of them all. So something a little bit heftier, maybe in the 15-ounce range. Slubby, black by white, just like the first movie was black and white. So that's the idea there. Of course, featuring a natural, either like a natural veg tan patch or a black buffalo patch. So a thicker patch. I like veg tans because they tend to age quite nicely, but black might look a little bit nicer on the black denim. We'll see. I think veg tan could look nice on that black leather as well. But
I think this is also the first time that we are doing black by white in one of these,
Japan
collabs.
Heritage. Oh yeah, black by white in the collabs and in like the Japan Heritage Okayama Spirit range.
Yeah,
usually
like
when we do black, it's always solid black.
We really don't do black and white so often.
Yeah,
I can only think of two since I started working, I feel.
Yeah, there hasn't been
really-
too
yeah.
many. So I'm happy to
That's
have it
good.
back, and I'm happy to have it in more of like a hardcore texture because you don't see that very often.
It's true.
And then we're moving into Heisei era. So this is kind of the resurgence of Godzilla, starting with this started in 1984. It goes up into 1995, and
Heisei era started?
that's for the Heisei era of Godzilla, right? And it started off with Godzilla in 1984. That was sort of the Godzilla's back. He had a new kind of, I would say his design changed quite a lot. And it is, to me, I think it's the design that is most associated with Godzilla right now. Of course, there's Shin Godzilla and, Godzilla -1. Those Godzilla designs are a little bit, those are both very different, but like that Heisei era Godzilla is sort of the most, in my mind, maybe the one people think about the most iconic. And I'm going with my favorite. There's a lot of great movies in that era. My favorite is Godzilla versus Destroyer, and this is Meltdown Godzilla, Burning Godzilla. So the idea here, heavyweight, big slub, maybe something in the range of like an Elephant 5. That was a very, very popular base, fabric base for us, by the way. And so black on the outside with a red, orange, and black, or like red, orange, yellow, sort of twisted yarn. Think like what we did for the Rick and Morty denim, for the Rick Sanchez Wubba Lubba Dub Dub Selvedge, where we took that triple twisted yarn and made that very beautiful gradient tone. We're going to do that to create a very flamey looking interior mixed with a black heavyweight denim. So that's going to look really cool. It's going to have that black on the outside with that burning effect on the inside. Flip the cuff. It's going to look super sick.
I feel like, did we go with black?
Black or indigo?
I feel like I think our proposal included indigo,
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll double check that. So it could be black, could be indigo. I think you're right. I think it's actually indigo. I think we changed our initial plan to indigo. But this is my old typed up plan that I'm just going through. So, Burning Godzilla, Heisei era. Then, also in Heisei, we're talking King Ghidorah, and this is maybe one of Godzilla's most fearsome opponents. So not every gene in this collection is going to be Godzilla. We have to have some of his opponents in there as well. I like King Ghidorah. I also like Gigan a lot. It was a tough call, but I think King Ghidorah. Gigan is the one, he kind of has like a beak, and yeah. He's tall. He's got like hook kind of hands. Sometimes he's got blades. King Ghidorah. One reason why I really wanted to do this one was because there was always that call out for that toxic elephant, the heavyweight elephant. Well, this is it's not going to be quite as heavy as like an elephant denim, but we're bringing back the triple alternating twill. Left-hand twill, right-hand twill, broken twill, indigo warp, golden weft, just like King Ghidorah. So, you got the triple twist to match 3 heads. You got the golden color, beefy, slubby. It's going to be a great gene. King Ghidorah enters Godzilla collaboration.
Right. Now, the gold left is not going to be metallic gold.
Yeah.
It's just like a brownish gold hue.
Right. So, yeah, it won't be shiny. It'll be more matte in tone. So, it's not going to be blinding in any way. Very wearable.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be King Ghidorah. That's the plan. Now, into the Millennium era, this is 99 to 2000. We are bringing in, there's a lot of versions of Mechagodzilla. I love this version of Mechagodzilla because he is like souped up Mechagodzilla. Godzilla, Tokyo, SOS, Mechagodzilla, Kiryu. This is going to be a heavyweight in the spirit of the Elephant X. So indigo, by like space gray weft type of deal. The idea is also that we'll have 2-color Selvedge ID to represent Godzilla's eyes in this one. So 1 gold, 1 red. So that's going to run down the Selvedge edge there. So a heavyweight, sleek denim, not too slubby, because this is all metallic. We want to have that kind of smooth finish to it, but a nice, strong, beefy denim. So that's going to be Mechagodzilla. And the leather patch for that one is we've got Godzilla fighting Mechagodzilla on the leather patch. It looks really, really cool. And then we're going into Reiwa era, which is the present era, and we're doing Shin Godzilla. And if you haven't seen Shin Godzilla yet, this came out 2016, go out and watch it. I don't know if you can watch it in theaters, but you can definitely buy the Blu-ray, or maybe it's streaming somewhere. Definitely worth a watch. This was the Godzilla movie that I would say maybe up until this came out, Godzilla movies were kind of...
Aside from the first
Yeah.
ones, like
they weren't as serious.
yeah, it was more like a kid's kind of like, you know, not like small children, but like kind of like a more I think targeted towards kids.
Maybe.
Not small kids again, but like, you know, the children who likes monster and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this one brought it back to like adults.
Yeah,
Like,
the adults are in the house
Yeah.
with Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
And it's a very serious tone movie. It doesn't have some of the playful aspects of older Godzilla films. Sometimes those got a, you know, I like them for what they are, you know, but, you know, I would say like the serious connoisseur would say, oh, that's, you know, for the kids or whatever. It's not serious. It's not a serious movie. Anyway, I like kaijus. I like, you know, things in people in suits type of films. I like practical effects. I like all that stuff. Mind you, Shin Godzilla, less practical effects, but awesome storyline. And for this one, we're going with an inky indigo that's almost black. Think like the Elvira denim. And this will be, I would say, very similar in some ways to the Elvira denim, but beefed up, so heavier weight. And we're going to go with a purple weft on this one. Now, in the movie Shin Godzilla, I would say that the color most associated with him in this is red, right? Because when he comes out, he's got like that red undertone, black, you know, black with red undertone. But when he goes like Super Saiyan, basically, he turns purple. And that's the most vicious part of the film.
And it's most memorable, in my opinion, because Godzilla being red, you know, like that kind of thing is we've seen before. Whereas like purple Godzilla, like you haven't seen it.
Yeah. So we're going with a inky indigo by purple denim, heavyweight, slubby, rugged. It's gonna be awesome. So that's everything. We asked about Charles Barkley. Unfortunately,
It's too complicated.
it was very complicated. It wasn't going to happen. But if there was going to be a secret character, which there isn't, by the way, there isn't. There will not be a secret character. Unless somehow Charles Barkley reaches out to me.
Hey, I heard you were doing Godzilla collection.
Yeah, I will pay you at least $500 for that. Up to and around 500, maybe whatever. We'll work it out. But if you let us use your likeness, I will be eternally grateful. I want, man, if there could be, you know, like any like people, which other monster would you do in the Godzilla universe? Charles Barkley, Sir Charles. That's what I would love to do. Anyways, we can't do it so far. I'm not like trying to be like, you know, not trying to swerve you or anything. For real. We do not have the rights or the usage for Sir Charles. But if I could, that would be the one that I would do.
Right.
Yes.
So if you're watching Charles Barkley,
or
friend of
Fred Durst, maybe
Durst.
call Charles Barkley. Or if you're a friend of Charles Barkley, or you are Charles Barkley, please give Bahzad a message, and we'll make it work. I'll give you a pair of jeans out of this. We will make it work if we can afford you. We might not be able to afford. You're a very popular man. I understand. So it would be mostly a great favor. But anyhow, that's the Godzilla collection. Working on that one, just putting the final touches on that one, and then it would be into the approval phase. And maybe there'll be a few changes here and there, but yeah, there you go. Fixed Power writes, if Shin Godzilla is going to be the closest I get to an Evangelion collab, I'll take it. Yeah, Evangelion definitely...
It's a possibility in the future.
Yeah, right. I would just say that I don't know if our staff would have to watch it. I don't know if that's they're gonna have to get into that. They're gonna have to get into that. Yeah. Hold on, you guys want to see something cool?
Oh, yeah. This is a cool one. Somebody's talking about Rockin Jelly Bean being great for Godzilla artwork. Yes, I think that's where this is going. We're not getting him for this project because we just worked with him for the 15th year anniversary. Unfortunately, he's a busy man. Can't get him all the time, but this is a great artwork.
Oh, look at that, guys. Godzilla versus... It's a lot of glare here, but... Anyhow, Godzilla versus Evangelion Rockin Jelly Bean print number 28 of 750. Very rare, not very rare, 750 of them, that rare, print, and officially licensed and everything. So one of my prized possessions in my poster collection, Evangelion versus Godzilla.
I have to say this is one of the only Rocket Jelly Bean posters that doesn't have
a lot of
PG.
Yeah, it's very PG. I would say it's even in the PG. I wouldn't, maybe not G. Maybe kids, that's too scary for little kids. But anyhow, we'll put that somewhere here where that's safe right there. That's okay. There you go. Godzilla versus Evangelion. If you're tuning in later in the stream, it's not a teaser for anything. Okay. Jonathan writes, any stacked guy for Godzilla collab? Not.
Stacked guy is a difficult fit because it has to be stretch.
Yeah, it basically has to be stretch. You cannot
too skinny the legs.
Yeah, you don't want that in a heavyweight denim. Yeah. Adam Brown says $3K for that poster on eBay right now. All right. The bidding starts at $3K, guys. Yeah, the Rockin'... I've seen the Naked and Famous Denim poster go for above retail on eBay.
I mean, any Rockin' Jelly Bean poster, I'm sure, goes above. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that... Just because it's listed as
just because it's listed doesn't
eBay
mean it sells. Yeah. Dude, there's one poster I've been looking at on eBay, and it's been like $850 for, like, years. And I'm just like, would you just drop the price? Like... And, like, it was, like, I think a $50 or $60 poster originally. And, I mean, I've never seen another one pop up on eBay. So, I'm not, like, it is a rare poster, but...
Yeah.
Come on.
How long are you willing to hold on to
that? Jameson Keating says, update, Chuck said no. All right. I understand. I appreciate you checking in with Sir Charles for us. And you know what? Even an answer... Even a response is good enough for me. I feel honored. Thank you, Charles Barkley. Thank you very much. Canadian Penny says, Castlevania collab, a video game license might be a good way to bring more horror fans. I do like Castlevania. I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's up to the next generation. There are some of them are older, some of them are younger. They might feel certain ways about different properties than I do. But I would say that video games, movies, those are properties that are always on the table. And if you ask for it, you might just get it. You know how these collabs work. You know, it's a lot of times, especially recently, it's bred through the live streams. So we're always listening to you guys. I would just say that in the anime world, I don't know why, but it is not easy to license certain properties. The newer properties I find are a lot easier to work with than older properties. And I don't really understand. I feel it's because they want to promote their newer properties.
Right, exactly.
But I'm like, we're trying to explain, like, we've dealt with companies where, like, they have a whole portfolio of, like, properties, and we're like, these are the ones we're interested in, and they're like, no. Right. They're like, we understand that we have the rights to license these to you and all that stuff, but we're not licensing these out right now because our focus is on, like, all this new stuff. I'm like, the first time I heard about these titles is right now. Like, and I just... Yeah. They don't seem to get... Sometimes I find that when we work with some companies, they don't seem to understand that I would say a lot of our audience is a little bit older. And what we're trying to do... I understand, like, if it's a new anime and it's fresh, you want to have, like... They're thinking, like...
How can we benefit from, like, licensing this out? Aside from... obviously there's licensing fee, but, like, what they want is something more than that. Yeah, right. Because
they want their young audience to... They want them to be able to, number one, buy the things, but it's also promotion for them. And they also maybe, they kind of expect... in this realm, a lot of times they just kind of expect, like, graphic tees. And so they don't really understand, like, the depths of the things that we're trying to do, so... Yeah.
And to be fair, if there is nothing to be, like, no products that they're selling, like, there's nothing to be, like, beneficial for them other than, whatever basic licensing fee. I think their task in general is to promote some things that they, as a whole, like... It's not that, like, just because you see a T-shirt with, certain property on them that means that they're going to go out and buy the game or, movies or whatever. Yeah. It's not that, but it does help in that, like, putting, things in the, like, cultural,
Yeah.
Air.
Right. Oven Man writes... Anytime I've been to Japan, I've noticed a stark difference in what's popular for Japanese people versus foreign fans. Evangelion is about the only popular old show that you can find merch for. Evangelion is like an institution here. And I also tend to find a lot of, like, it targets older. It definitely targets older. Like, there's, like, Radio Ava. Like, there's, like, this company that makes, like, a little bit more, like, I would say fashion-y and, like, younger Evangelion stuff. So it's not to say that there isn't a young fan base for it, but, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nostalgia thing.
Yeah, like, pachinko, like, anytime you go to buy a pachinko, like, the new Evangelion pachinko machine, like, and, like, I would say pachinko targets older men. And, like, there's just, like, you find, like, a lot of old anime, like Fist of the North Star and, like, that kind of stuff. Like, it's always, like, the new pachinko machine is here, and it's, like, always these, like, tends to be older properties.
Yeah, out of all of that, I think Evangelion is one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
Or, I think also, I don't know if it's chicken or the eggs conversation, but I think because, like, Evangelion, like, kind of lives on in our culture, like, they continue making new things. Ones. Like, just like Godzilla, like, because it lives on, that it's, that it's mutually beneficial, even if there's nothing new on the horizon right now. Like, it's a property that continues to make money for them.
Yeah. So I think, look, one day, I think Evangelion will happen. Of course, to me, like, I've already planned. It's so easy. Like that maybe because I've loved Evangelion for so long. It's like if I were to ever do a WWE collab, it's just like I already know what to do. So it's like that one, if we ever did it, it would happen. It would be great.
It would be great because it's such an iconic, like, thing.
Yeah. And there's beautiful imagery for it. Like, The action scenes are awesome. I love having action on the leather patch. Colors are obviously iconic. How can we play around with that? It's not just Selvedge ID colors, but like the wefts and, all that stuff. It could definitely... Mm-hmm. It would definitely make some great jeans. And, it's something I'll be rooting for in the future for this company. Okay, Arif had a good one. More city editions. More city versions. Yes, another thing that I'm just putting the final on is the Toronto, my hometown, city edition. And the plan is to launch this. We don't have a store in Toronto. Of course, the city editions are always available at our stores, Tate and Yoko, Montreal, Naked Famous Denim, NYC. But with our one of our very, very first Naked Famous Denim partners, Over the Rainbow in Toronto. So we're gonna make them available exclusively at Over the Rainbow. You can only get them at Over the Rainbow, and it's going to be a reproduction. The fabric is going to be a reproduction of some old Canadian-made Selvedge denim, which I think is pretty special because nobody, and in the whole realm of like vintage jeans and things like that, the conversation is old America, old America. I love America. I think obviously the conversation is old America is where jeans came from. But jeans were being made in Canada very, very early in the 1900s as well. There was I would say, the oldest existing Canadian brand is a brand called Silver Jeans. I think they started in the 1930s. They're still around. They don't make jeans in Canada anymore. I think they stopped making jeans in Canada in the late 2000s. But I don't know if they're the first jeans brand in Canada, but they were I would say one of the longest running up until the late 90s, early 2000s when they shuttered. A brand called GWG, the Great Western Garment Company. And so, like them, among many other Canadian brands that existed, they weren't always big brands or famous brands or anything like that. I would say that, if you were living around in Canada in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you knew what GWG was. If you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, less so. They weren't very popular.
Mm-hmm. But you grew up in the 90s.
I knew what GWG was because that's one thing that I know. I know about old clothes and such. But I love the fact that we're reproducing one of these old denims that was made in Canada. Now, the reproduction is not going to be made in Canada. Nobody makes fabric in Canada anymore. But still, a Canadian story denim made by a Canadian company for a Canadian retailer, available only in Canada, in Toronto, my hometown. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people come through Montreal, a lot of people come through Toronto, mm-hmm. and
I would say more people come through Toronto.
Maybe so. I think that might be the truth. And I would say Over the Rainbow is very very central, very strategically located, literally in the heart of downtown Toronto, on Bloor Street, just off of Bay. So you can't miss them.
Yeah, if you're going to, business trips or kind of in and out trip, it's not very difficult to get to the store to take a look at the jeans.
At the Manulife Center, across the street from Holt Renfrew, Bloor Street, which is also where I used to work. That's where I used to work. This is literally across the street. Although that's the newer Over the Rainbow location. Their old location was in Yorkville, which was just also behind where I used to work. So they moved, but they didn't move very far from their old location. And they're going to be celebrating 50 years, 50 years as a denim shop in Canada. Certainly the longest running denim store in Canada. And if not just that, but one of the longest running denim shops in North America. 50 years is a long time to be in business, and they've been doing it. They've been selling jeans forever. They know how to do it, and this is definitely the place to launch it.
It's also a family business,
yes.
which we're very much fond of.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to that. And yeah, that's going to be the next city edition. Other people are calling out. Corey says Seattle edition for Blue Owl. I could definitely see that. And Mile Blend, maybe we'll do a Chicago edition. I could see that as well. I definitely would like to see the city editions. Again, you know how to make these happen. Just keep spamming the chat. And they'll come to life one day. I love the city edition concept. I love the idea that you can go somewhere and get something special. I just remember my experiences, coming to Japan, buying jeans, bringing them home, and I'm like, nobody can get these. Because you couldn't, when I would shop and I get that stuff, you couldn't just buy stuff online, right? Especially from Japan. Like, maybe they had like a website, but like there was nobody was speaking English, and they certainly they weren't using PayPal or whatever it was. It was just not a convenient situation.
Yeah, back in the day, there's still like a lot of websites. Like I would say most online shopping in Japan still accepts like bank transfer as a form of payment.
Yeah.
Or COD also.
Yeah.
Like,
COD is crazy to me.
It's crazy. It's
so
funny.
I just wanted to recreate that mood, that feeling where you can get something special. You earned it. Like you made the trip, you made the trek, you made the effort to get something, and now you and few have it, right? And it just makes something feel a little bit more special that way. And maybe this is like an artificial special, everything should be available online all the time. I don't care. I just want that feeling, that reward for the person who makes that trip, right? And yeah, I don't know. I whenever I travel, I always want to buy something unique, and less in the world is unique. You can go to the beautiful store and buy the beautiful thing, and it's like, yeah, but they got it where I'm from too. They got, it just, or I could buy it online. It to me, it ruins that like sense of exploration and buying something special. Yeah. Right.
The only things that I can think of like that are like, I don't think Starbucks sells their like city mugs.
Oh, the city mugs. Yeah, that's true.
Other cities.
My sister's got, like, I collect like Fire King mugs. My sister has like a ridiculous collection of like those Starbucks city mugs, and I always felt like every time I go to a city, I see those mugs. I'm like, this is kind of, I like it. But I'm like, I know as soon as I buy one of these.
Yeah.
As soon as I buy one of these.
Collector's hell.
Yeah, I'm going to have more mugs, even more mugs than ever.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't start this one. Because I'm collector mentality. It would be over. And then I'd be like looking online for like old vintage ones and just trying to find ridiculous. It's okay. Some collections, they're worth having, but they're trouble. And I gotta stop when I'm ahead. But yeah, city editions, more city editions. Toronto is the next one, and hopefully one day we'll have even more. I'd like to have the Moon City edition one day, collaboration with SpaceX and NASA. We go there. You got to go to the moon to get these jeans. Space jeans. Naked and Famous Denim Space Aerospace Program Edition jeans. One day.
One day.
To the moon, everybody. That's where we're going. We're going all the way there. Corey writes, I have a couple of Starbucks travel mugs from Tokyo. Well, there you go. Yeah, they're going to get you. They're very good with the merch over there at Starbucks. Sean Hung writes, any new vulgar Selvedge? Yes. Yes and no.
Oh, yes.
So let me, hold on. I think I have some photos that I can show you of what is to come.
For summer 2025.
Yeah. No, that's not it. I had some pictures here somewhere.
The social images?
Yeah, I feel like I took these.
Really?
Yeah, when I took some previews photos somewhere. I definitely have some. Keep them busy.
Okay.
Because, here it is. There it is. That's the one. See? Okay, so let's pull up the old browser window or Roo. And we are going to show you guys what is coming for next spring. And this is just a little teaser. So let's go biggity bam. That's the new Vulgar. And it's not vulgar at all.
Nope.
It's filled with peace and love.
Positivity.
Positivity. The power of positivity will compel you. And you will love these jeans because they're full of love and peace. There's enough negativity in the world. So we're going to try peace for a change. I want to see how you feel about that. And we've got the hippy dippy groovy girl on the leather patch as well. So we're just going to try and send peace and love out there. And we're going to change things up a little bit. There was a lot of vulgarity out there. We're responsible for it too. You know, I would say in the videos, peace sells, but who's buying? You guys know where that comes from. But we're going to try to see if peace, in fact, sells. I think these are going to sell. I think they're going to do well. That's a message that everyone can appreciate, everyone can love. We're going to also have these in the groovy guy, so that's going to be a fun one. Peace and Love Selvedge is the new edition. This is going to be the same fabric base as our Vulgar series, and you guys know that's a beautiful fading denim. We're going to have it now with peace and love. Let's give that a chance when it comes out. That's going to be coming out this coming spring summer 20. Okay, let's see. James and Keating writes, have you received any special gifts to commemorate your time at Naked and Famous? A special secret gene, perhaps? No.
But I think for us, the special gene commemorating us really is the snowy.
That's
Selvedge.
the snowy Selvedge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a pair, new with tags. It's gonna be mint condition forever, and we're gonna. That's our commemorative gene right there. The snowy Selvedge. No cat in the world has their own gene, but Snowy. So Snowy earned it. Snowy got it. He's part of this live stream too. Although he's being extra shy today.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll have to give him a shakedown and get him on stream at some point. We're gonna make sure he says goodbye.
Maybe you'll see our other cat.
Yeah, Caterpie might show up too. That's a rare one. You don't see her very often. Okay. Kenny Ingram writes, "What's your all-time favorite fabric you had a hand in making or producing?" All-time favorite. That's not easy. That's not an easy question. Everyone always asks me, "What's your favorite?" It's like picking kids. It's hard to pick.
Oh, it is hard. I can't even you can ask us like what's our favorite in a season. I can answer that, but because every season I think about which one is my favorite.
Yeah,
but
it's tough, and my answer changes all the time. Look, Snowy Selvedge definitely high on that list.
Right.
This season, I was excited for the Fox Fiber Selvedge. I love Fox Fiber cotton. I'm so glad that we got to bring more of that back. I think this new jean is fantastic. It's been selling great. So I love that. I love what we did with Elephant. Just all of them.
That's a cheat answer.
It's a cheat answer, but elephant denim is such a great fabric, and it's for a lot of people it was their entry into the heavyweight denim land, and I think we do heavyweight denim at such a great price. And not only that, but there's the variety, the changes that we always bring for people in Elephant Land. I'm really really happy with what we did with that. It's an impossible question.
It's very difficult. To me, like
The horror denim. I mean, I'm the horror movie guy. Making all those horror fabrics was fantastic.
The Matrix for me was very memorable. Because it was very different.
Right.
It was very, very different fabrics, and we got to do the falling code, which turned out like really fantastic in my opinion.
Also, just here's an Easter egg.
Oh yes. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hold on.
Do we have it?
I don't know.
Do we have a picture?
Let's see if I can find a picture of it.
I'm sure I did. There has to be a file somewhere with that also.
We're gonna find it because there is technically.
Oh, this is
an unknown Easter egg in...
We never talked about it
I don't think so. This is the only secret.
I don't think even Brandon knows, to be honest.
Yeah, this is... I don't know if... I don't even know if we're going to be able to find it. Hold on. Where's the leather patch? So there is a hidden code in the code of the leather patch, and I do not know...
you can't see it in this photo.
I will just mention it, and maybe a keen-eyed individual will find it somewhere, but it does exist, and we, me and Risa, put this in there as an Easter egg for ourselves, because I'll explain.
I think
it.
we have to find it in the like a design file.
Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. So this, for the Matrix collaboration jeans, we had this beautiful falling code leather patch, and
most of this wasn't like an available asset or anything like that, so
we had to
recreate this. So like most of it was like me typing things and flipping it over and whatnot for this. But
so we had to create everything here.
Yeah.
And so within the code here somewhere, it says B143R. Bahzad 143, I love you. R. And that's in the code.
Yeah.
So we hacked ourselves into the Matrix. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell even Brandon. But we put it in here, and it's in the code somewhere.
Oh my god, this is a perfect message to put in our live stream. It's just, I completely forgot about it.
So
I feel like it was somewhere on the left
maybe
side.
somewhere here. I can't see it, but it's there. It is 100% in here. I just don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah.
But we put it in the code. We are in the Matrix. Another funny thing about this... hold on, I gotta find another picture file of this, because when we made this photo, you see all these keyboards and wires and all this stuff and how dusty they are. In our office building, one thing some people might not know is that in the late 80s, early 90s, Brandon's dad, among selling workwear and clothes, he also sold computers. Just one of these side businesses that he had. He had a brand of computers. I think they were called Gaon Technologies.
Gaon?
Yeah, something like that. And Gaon Systems, whatever it was. And he sold computers. And so in our building, I mean, over the years, there was just random computer parts. Like, there's a room full of like crappy keyboards. These are not like mechanical switch. These are all like plastic domes, but they look like they're higher end than they are. But they're just rooms and boxes full of dusty keyboards and wires and everything and phones. And so literally, I took one of these boxes and I just grabbed everything out of the box and threw it on the photo table and put the jeans on, and boom, this is what we got. And I thought it looked really cool. I also threw a mini disc in here, just because, number one, I love mini discs. I still am a big fan of the mini disc format. And in the Matrix, they used mini discs. Remember right at the start when those like hacker types came over to Mr. Anderson's house? And he gave them some... Disc. It wasn't a floppy disk. It was a mini disc.
I believe you.
And I had to throw a mini disc in there as well. So this, definitely a fun photo shoot. The other funnest photo shoot ever was Toxic Avenger.
Right, that was a great photo.
I gotta find it. It's gotta be in here somewhere.
Yeah, that was great photos. It's just, you collected all kinds of things.
Garbage.
And it was also like nothing was bought for this, right?
No.
Oh, the bucket maybe.
No,
So,
that was from
building?
the cleaning room. Yeah. So this photo right here, I'm very happy with the way this one came out. Literally everything was from The Office. This goo here was just cleanser. Like it was soap. Like we had soap, like
There's
a big
no-
old jug of soap in like the janitor's closet, and I'm just like pour it in. I had a giant tray, poured it in. I had like a janitor's bucket over here, a mop, just garbage. And I thought that this one really, really came out beautifully. Garrett is in the house, Wizard of 32 Ounce. I just watched the new Mage on the Plane yesterday.
Oh,
All right.
Very
Well, there you go.
matrixy.
Thank you, Garrett. Last week, everybody, if you remember, Garrett flew in especially. And he's back in Montreal now. He will be hosting the Naked Famous Denim live stream starting next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on this very YouTube channel from Montreal, Canada, the headquarters of Naked Famous Denim. So you'll be able to see him there. And anyhow, there's you'll have a whole new world to experience. Okay, Kenny Ingram, how about some of your favorite unreleased jeans? Let me put it to you this way: if it was unreleased, it wasn't my favorite.
That's true.
Yeah. There's nothing. The only thing that I regret not releasing in my time are the banner jackets. Garrett says he's going to work on that.
Right.
So that's going to come to fruition. But in my time, the banner jackets never came out. And the 40-ounce denim never came out, though it will be available sooner than later. And I've been saying that for 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer.
But it's not like it's gonna be unreleased.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
ever.
those will eventually be
Yeah.
released.
I don't know. I can't even think of unreleased jeans.
No.
Banana was the only thing I can think
It's
of.
no good,
It
though.
was no good. It would not. be
Cool
good.
fabric. Unwearable.
No.
Unwearable. The sample is in the warehouse somewhere. But yeah, that was a bad jean. Bad jean.
Yeah.
Bad jean. It's because they made it with like the fiber of the tree, of the banana tree, and it's not like linen is wearable. This was so scratchy and just
Just like
Wearing
we
burlap.
talked about like bamboo,
Yeah.
like bamboo
Fiber.
fiber,
Yeah.
like again, like bamboo fiber that's out there is basically always rayon,
Yeah, right.
but it's like when you actually use the fiber from bamboo, it's so coarse, it's so like prickly, it's
Yeah.
just not wearable.
Right. You can make like a bag or something from it.
Yeah,
but you
and it
can't-
looks cool because
Yeah.
the hairiness like sticks out, and the banana fabric too
Yeah.
would look really nice. But it's just there's no way you're willing to put, even as a jacket, you wouldn't put it on your chin.
Yeah. So we made a sample of them, but we gave them like a half lining down the leg, like a dress pant. And I'm like, nobody's going to wear these. Nobody's going to buy these. This is not good.
Yeah.
So that's maybe to me the most memorable cutting room floor jean. It should remain there. There was also one time like we made this like multi-stripe denim for like ladies.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
those.
Those-
Those are kind of cool. Now that it's like
They're
plastic-
very like retro inspired, like 60s. I don't know. Maybe Garrett's gonna have to dig them out somewhere. But like, it was like this crazy color, multi-stripe, vertical stripe jean.
It's like now with the irony.
Yeah.
It looks kind of fun.
Yeah,
But it wasn't cool in like 2000s. Like that was certainly not cool.
Yeah, it was not a good gimmick. It was a bad gimmick.
It was a bad gimmick.
Junior, what about the Mortal Kombat denim? Yeah, that was tentatively in the works, but I wanted to. What I wanted to do wasn't feasible at the time, so maybe even currently. But I could see us maybe going back to that well at some point. That could definitely be an option. Okay.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, when we develop fabric, like when the fabric is developable and made, we release everything in general, unless like there's some surprise factor.
Right. Yeah. James and Keating about the Mortal Kombat real blood in the denim. Look, I want. There was something called I'll say that crossed my mind, but the ick factor outweighed the cool factor.
And also that probably wouldn't have been...
Right, it wouldn't have been doable. There's no way anyone could actually do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there is such a thing, maybe using,
Well, like personal level, like I'm sure it's doable. It's just not like the level that like when we make fabric, it's not just us dyeing things. It would be factory mills dealing with it, and they have their own sets of regulations that they need to follow.
Yeah, and like for anyone thinking human blood, no, not human blood.
Of course not.
No,
How do you?
It would be like animal byproduct type of product, right? Like
you can get human blood,
right? So, but I'm sure, look, I haven't researched this deeply, but I'm sure there is somebody somewhere out in the world using that to dye something. So, I don't.
Like
the answer
craft,
is
old craft,
right,
or whatever.
right, old craft, right?
Yeah.
Like I. That's one of those ideas where it's like it's in your head and you're like, right, right. It's just, we're not gonna go there. But there is something called blood root, which is a plant that there is such a dye for, but the problem was nobody could do it here in Japan. So that's basically where that ended. So it had the word blood in it, no actual blood, which is the way it should go, right? No actual blood, has a reddish tone, but we couldn't figure that whole situation out, and I think that was part of what I wanted to do to make that happen. So without that sort of fizzled out a little bit. But that's not to say that another iteration, another idea of that couldn't come along someday. Somebody's talking about, didn't Lil Nas X use blood in his shoes? Yeah, he did something like that. I know that there was some controversy around that. Not the way I would have handled it. Not me.
Up if you need me up. You need human blood in blood.
Adam Brown is our human blood connect, apparently.
All right.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
I'm not going to ask you why.
No. I remember, I don't know if I ever told this. I used to work in a mall in Mississauga, and I was on the loading dock one day because I was unloading a truck, and the next to us was the Red Cross, and the Red Cross people were going down the ramp with their shipment of blood to go into the blood mobile, and I'm just watching this person take their little dolly down the ramp, and I'm like, that doesn't look secure. And as they're going down, I just see the boxes go, and then they just crash on the ground, and I'm like, oh my god, there's going to be a bloodbath right now. Boom! It hits the ground. No bloodbath. I'm like, thank you. I did not want to see cases of blood spill all over the ramp.
Yeah, but also, like, it's just, if it went everywhere, you're like, the person would be covered in blood.
Yes.
That's very...
Anyhow, they secured the packages.
Great.
Secured packages.
Great. They thought about it.
They thought about it. They knew that was a chance, and they did not risk that chance. So good shout-outs to the fined people at the Red Cross. Way to secure your bags of blood. So, David Robertson says, love the content, you guys. Just wish I could get my size. I'm 6 foot, 120 pound guy, so pretty slim. That has a 27.5 inch waist and a 32 length. I mean, we do make 28s. I mean, they might be a little bit big in the waist for you, but throw on a belt. You're gonna be you won't be that size forever. But even if you are, a little belt will do the trick.
I don't think that's too.
And I would say that if you were to check out our ladies' fits, we do make smaller sizes, and most of the inseams are like 32, 33. So you should be covered there, and just...
Yeah. In women's, we go down to 23 sometimes, or 24
right.
at least, and you would be definitely...
Yeah. And I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day, just because they're talking about like unisex stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you know, some people fail to realize that jeans, sweatshirts, that type of stuff, they're by design, generally speaking, unisex. Like, you know, you call them men's jeans, you call them ladies' jeans, whatever jeans fit are the jeans that fits. We have ladies who buy our men's jeans, we have men who buy our ladies' jeans, and they look great. If they fit your body and they look good on you, that's all that matters.
Right.
So
half of my closet is men's clothes.
There you go. And yeah, they're just clothes.
They're just clothes. And especially when it comes to like our jeans, we don't do like, you know, most of our like you know, like a larger fit, not like a slimmest skinny or anything like that. But most of our a little bit roomier fits come with like a deeper pocket and everything. So I don't think you feel like you're wearing.
Yeah.
And you know, like it's like, oh, maybe shirts like you have different, you know, size going.
Yeah.
You know, but like with jeans, it's the same. It's just the zip fly instead of button fly.
Our ladies' jeans don't have like, you know, teensy weensy little pockets and things like that. They're very like unisex styled.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're very very slim and you're having a hard time finding raw jeans, try our ladies' side, or just you know,
get 20. Like if your waist is 27.5, then you're certainly fine. You're not swimming in 28.
Yeah, you won't be swimming in 28. And just pro tip. Super pro tip. Oftentimes on Tate and Yoko, the 28s are on sale.
Yeah.
So
you get a pick.
Yeah, if you haven't tried one of our jeans, roll that dice. Pick a 28. Double check the measurement guide. Always, always, always. That's the number one rule. Measurement guide. Measure your jeans. Compare the measurements to the measurement guide. That's the number one rule in sizing. Do that. Check out what we got in small sizes. Odds are, if you want to take a chance on a small size, you're going to find something on Tate and Yoko in a small size at a great price. So, give that a shot. I'm confident you'll find something that you like. C. Cosette writes, will Wonder Looper ever make raglan sleeve shirts? Possibly.
Shirts?
Like t-shirts. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Okay, guys. I see that there's very, very many of us here watching right now, but you know what I think most of you haven't done yet? That's right. You haven't the like button. So, let's take a moment right now to the like button and the subscribe button and show us your appreciation by doing that for us. Just that's it. We don't ask all the time, but we do ask all the time. So please, do the right thing. Be a man. Nice. I'm challenging you. Be a man. Hit the like button.
Or a woman.
Or a woman.
Be a woman.
Women can be, you know what? When I say be a man, that goes for everyone. It just means do the right thing. Step up. Do the right thing. So, there we go. I see the likes rocketing up right now. Everyone here is doing the right thing. They're being a man. All right. Pedro writes, I'm no man. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I would say that half, you know, I would say half the toy industry is probably just old men reliving their childhood. Preston
kids
writes...
nowadays don't have Toys R Us.
No, they don't. Although Toys R Us, just fun fact, if you are a Toys R Us kid and you grew up in America and you are nostalgic for Toys R Us, Canada still has Toys R Us.
Japan still
and
has
Japan still has Toys R Us. So come to Canada and then to Japan, relive those Toys R Us kid moments. Rice W5 writes, I was the second to hit the like button.
Ooh.
That's it. That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Everybody, thank you for hitting that like button. And let's continue on with le programme. Okay. Shank Style writes, also, the women's fits often go on sale for a larger discount. So if you like the fabric and measurements, they're great. Another pro tip for you right there. 205 concurrent viewers. We got a lot of people watching right now. Well, everybody who's joined us, thank you very much. I think this is the highest number we've ever had for concurrents.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Everybody, you guys are the real champions out here. You're making it happen. Making us feel extra special here on our last Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, the greatest live stream in the history of all the internet. And just for people who are tuning in right now, next week, the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream will be live from Montreal with Garrett and the Tate and Yoko Naked and Famous Denim crew at Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Same time, same channel, different date. Thursday. If you want to keep up to date with Bahzad and Risa, that's me and you, we will be streaming from here, Yokohama, Japan, the headquarters of Wonder Looper, on the Wonder Looper YouTube channel. So you can keep up to date with the Raw Denim stuff and the Wonder Looper stuff. Me and Risa, we're going to be talking about all kinds of things. So you can catch us there. So you'll still see us. If you want to see us, you know where to find us. So there you go. Shangstyle writes, I bought a set of Pokemon books and toys for my cousin's 4-year-old birthday, and I kind of wanted to keep them because it made me feel nostalgic. Give it to the kids. It's fun to buy that kind of stuff, I have to say.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got little kids around in the family, like, you know, I always want to show them like the stuff I had. Oh, they make a new Ninja Turtles? Okay, here.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles, you know.
Yeah, definitely fun.
Fixed Power writes, will Wonder Looper stream weekly? That's the plan.
We'll see. Maybe a shorter stream because we don't have.
We don't have 15 years of history behind us to chat about, but we will still be available for streaming. One thing I kind of thought would be fun is if we did a live chain stitching stream.
No, you always say that. It makes me nervous. I hate any kind of things that I cannot prepare for.
Well,
it makes me nervous.
You know, we could have like a camera down on like the stitching table, and so we could see your work, and then we have a second camera like on us as we can like chat with
or one camera on us.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can, when I'm like doing well.
Yeah.
So I don't want all of my mistakes to be recorded and put on the internet.
It's okay. Look, that's the beauty of chain stitching is that it is a handicraft. It is something that is done by hand, not mechanically, and that's the charm. There's going to be mistakes. There's no such thing as no mistakes. The mistakes are part of the action. That's why we love that, because it's not perfect.
Perhaps.
Yeah. I know our desire is always to make it as the best we could possibly ever make it, and like I know it irks us when there's a little.
I also am not a performer. Like I get nervous in front of when I put in the spotlight. Yeah. Anyways, maybe I get over my fear. Yeah. Maybe that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see. A fixed file writes, they're not mistakes, they're happy accidents. There you go. Mojave writes, where will Wonder Looper stream? On the Wonder Looper YouTube channel. So just you can find us on YouTube. You can find us. Nick Carpenter, good to see you, my friend. Nick from Shot NYC here. I have not been very vocal, but have tuned in for all of it. I love you guys. It's truly been special. We'll miss this. Good luck to you both. See you along the way. Well, Nick, you've been a very special part of this community.
Yeah,
all of you guys. Like, look, I recognize so many of your names here in the chat, and you know, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna miss you because I know I'm gonna see you down the road. So that's all. That's what I can say about that. Struggle Studios writes, "It's the love that counts," and we love you all. Galactic Moonshine writes, "Thank you for the COVID era streams. Those were some fun streams." Yeah. So yeah, look, I thank you all for tuning in for all of the streams, whether you were from you found us from the COVID era or the current era or Instagram live era, whichever era if today's your first stream, we appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and watching and joining us. You know, we couldn't make this brand without you. These collaborations, these special editions were fully fueled by all of your passion and excitement, and it's just been so much fun to watch the community learn and understand the Naked and Famous Denim way of thinking, right? You know, I like the ideas that you would throw back at us are just like, I'm like, you're thinking like us now. Like you got it. You guys, you definitely got it. You understand. And like, you know, it's just been so fun to share information and see people write and respond and answer questions properly. Right? It's just like it's like I'm like it's working. Information that is good permeates the body, and then you understand something, and then you spread good information. What a delight to see. And you know, I've seen such an improvement in, you know, how denim is discussed and talked about, and, you know, fewer, you know, myths and mysteries are floating out and about there. I'm not gonna say it's all me. You know, there's definitely people out there.
I mean, it's internet for sure, but yeah, there were definitely a lot of wrong information that people keep repeating. We just had to overrun with correct, good information that people keep repeating, and I think that's gonna take a long time, but it's going to be better.
Yeah. BD, I'm grateful for Risa. I'm grateful Risa went from making coffee in the background to joining us all in the front row.
Yes.
That's it. Right, Risa would just join in for snack time.
Yeah. Because I'm not a morning person. This is way too early for me to be up and, you know, above. But I'm glad that we joined. I joined you guys, and it's fun place.
That's it. Shang Style writes, "Next time I visit Japan, can I bring some Naked and Famous or Wonder Looper items for you to autograph?" You got it. Sure. You let us know. We've got some fans of Michael Malice in the chat. I guess they found us through Michael's love of raw denim and Naked and Famous. We were on the... Brandon and I were on the Michael Malice podcast many years ago. He's a political commentator, but... he also had a love, and does have a love for raw denim, and
all things weird.
And all things weird. He's a fun guy, that's for sure. And he's definitely Naked and Famous Denim devotee out there, and he shared his love for our brand. And we've certainly found a good many people discovering us through Michael's work. So thank you, Michael. Thank you for all the people out there. We've been on, we've been interviewed, and we've been in magazines. We've, you know, people who gave us a chance to spread our message, and you know, there's just been a lot of people out there who've taken the time to put us out on their platforms and help us spread our message. You know, the people at the Indigo Invitational, you know, the Denim Hunters, and just so many good people we met along the way. And I'm saying it like I'm going away, but I'm not going away. I'll still be around, but...
and the brand will still be around. You know, Brandon obviously is going to be there. You know, a lot of team, including Garrett, like, they're going to be the front-facing. And it's all going to be
Yeah.
Better.
That's it. Galactic Moonshine writes, the Denim Malice shows are legendary. He brought that energy to Rogan, and the world knows about Scratch and Sniff jeans. That's true. That's how I found out about that.
Right,
yeah. So somebody sent me a message once that they said that, Naked and Famous is on Joe Rogan podcast. And I'm like, what? And then I watched the clip, and anyhow, that's how that all happened. So that was pretty cool, getting mentioned on a pretty big podcast out there in the world. Maybe I'll go on that show one day, talk about jeans.
Or t-shirts.
Or t-shirts, yeah. I doubt it. I don't think Joe's gonna give us a call. That would be, he's got all these like, I'm a world champion, and like all these like really, really, I would say great, important people in their fields. And like, so you make t-shirts, huh? Tell us about jeans. Well, I don't know how much you're, sometimes I don't realize how much an audience, even if they're not into that thing, if somebody speaks about that topic with passion and energy and excitement, you can still captivate an audience. That's not going to, people who watch a program like that might not turn around and go and buy some jeans, but they're like, man, learn something about jeans today. And, hey, if I can do that, that's great. But you know what? We're doing it here. And anyway, we'll go on. We're happy to spread the message. That's it. David Robertson says, I'll more than likely grab a pair of the Blue Comfort and Michael Myers in Arrow when they come out. Well, the Michael Myers, the Halloween jeans will only be available in the men's fits, so Super Weird, Easy, and True Guy. But that Blue Comfort will be available in those ladies' fits. So keep that in mind. The ladies' Blue Comfort shirts Selvedge have not released yet, but they'll be coming soon. They're coming soon. Stephen Kopelkamp says, I'm excited to have a Thursday and Friday live stream now. My wife, on the other hand, come on, she's gonna like it too. We'll try to.
We'll try to have
cater to the ladies.
How do we do that?
How do we do that?
Bring in more cats.
Baked goods. Baking.
Who's baking?
Women like baking. Women be baking.
Yeah, but who amongst us will be baking?
We'll bring in the baked goods. I don't know.
Baked goods review.
Yeah. Pink things. I'm just gonna go real stereotypical.
Princesses and unicorns.
Yeah. We know what chicks like. I know. So expect more of that. Adam Brown writes, I discovered Naked and Famous through Wonderlooper, a bit backwards than most.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you would not be the first. But yeah, we found it definitely we found that there has been quite a lot of people who've discovered Wonderlooper first, and then we've introduced them to Naked and Famous Denim through that. And certainly it happens vice versa. So I'm glad that we are able to help each other out in this way. John Chan says, I discovered you and Naked and Famous through the Bond Experience podcast and James Bond. Yeah, that was a big boost for us. I think we found a lot of new fans through that one. I was on the podcast where we discussed the jeans that were featured in No Time to Die, the latest James Bond movie. The weird guy, Stretch Selvedge. And then they paid a visit to Steve in New York and got to check out the shop, got to check out the jeans in person. So yeah, I mean, the way we find new fans and people who find the brand, you never know. It's through so many different ways, and we've had the experience to collaborate with so many different people, and here's to more collaborations down the line. We'll do a big cheers at the end of this live stream. We've got a special, very special.
I think it might just special to you.
It's very special to me. I'm cracking open something I've saved for a long time. It's a very special bottle of soda, rare, definitely expired, and we're gonna test it for you. Yeah. Sebastian Pilje writes, I discovered the live stream because I was so interested in the Vegeta Selvedge from the Dragon Ball Z drop. Yeah, those Dragon Ball, Street Fighter, those definitely brought in a lot of new people to the brand. Of course, the collaborations have a way of doing that as well. You know, you bring people from different fandoms in, and biggity bam, we've got some new fans. Sebastian Pilje, some people in the chat kind of know what's coming up.
They know you.
They know me very well. And so this is a special occasion. So we're going to enjoy a very, very special soda. Shangsa writes, Terminator, Arnie, alloy, metallic jeans. Terminator denim would be awesome, says it's the name. And you are correct. Terminator denim would be awesome. I think as the whole, we do the horror series, there's a couple more icons that I would really love to get. Namely, Scream, Ghostface. I'd love to do Scream, Ghostface. I hope it happens. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? We got to get Leatherface in there. But we got to pivot also into sci-fi. We got to get Alien, Terminator, that kind of stuff, I think is going to be really cool. So, you guys know what to do. You press the new team. You tell them in the chat what you want, and what you want is what you're going to get. That's how it works. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. I believe that's the saying. Break me off a piece of that.
Football cream.
That's it. You got it. Nailed it. Jason in space. When we did the Jason collab, you better believe Jason X was
in
my thoughts.
Yeah.
I think, look, if we ever go back and do, maybe we could go back and redo some of the horrors genes that we've done. Like, there's no reason why we can't, right? Different versions of Jason. I think maybe when we did the Friday the 13th, we probably could have done more than just one.
Yeah.
We could have done, there's classic Jason, right? Bag Jason. Like, if I were to go back, I would do 3 releases for that. It would be classic Jason, like what we did, the red casted heavyweight denim. I would do bag Jason, right? I would go a little bit more workwear style because he's also got like the overalls a little bit more hillbilly kind of looking. I would go something more like a dungaree style denim for that one. And I would do Jason X, Space Jason. I think that would be, heavyweight metallic, maybe in the realm of Elephant X for Jason X. That's how that would go down. So
yeah, I liked how we did it though. It's like spoon, just one gene. That's it.
Yeah.
Sold out. It was very, clean.
Yeah.
I love those pocket bags.
That was a really great pocket bag. I don't have those jeans.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I sent back the sample. I could have kept them. I don't know why I sent them back. I should have kept them. The problem in my life is I can't keep everything.
Yeah.
There's just so many jeans, and I cannot possibly have it all. Yeah. Anyway, they're in the archive. Pedro writes, Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom. If we were to do Spider-Man, you best believe it would be exactly that trio. Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom. Peter Parker, and the rest. I don't remember the names. Well, I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom lately. That would be, we did the Capcom Club. I remember when, back in a couple years ago, there were rumors that, like, Marvel and Capcom were getting back together to re-release these games. And I told Brandon to reach out to the team to see if we can maybe get in on that, make some Marvel vs. Capcom jeans. Nothing came from that. But that would still be sick. That would be super sick, because I'd love to do Marvel. I still would love to do Marvel. Obviously, X-Men is high on that list. But if we could do Marvel vs. Capcom, biggity bam, 2 worlds collide, I'd love to make that happen. Also, speaking of biggity bam, I would do a Jay and Silent Bob gene, because I love Jay and Silent Bob, and that would be great.
What would be?
I don't know Blunt Man and Chronic, I don't know, we'd figure it out. But that I don't know, that would be cool.
I feel like Brandon would be up for that.
Brandon would be up for that, and Kevin Smith did do. He is a Degrassi fan, and somehow I would work some Degrassi stuff into that collaboration somehow, some way. And also, you know what I would do? We have a retailer in Toronto called Good Neighbor, and they operate literally out of the old studio. It wasn't the studio, but the offices for Playing with Time, which was the production company that made Degrassi.
Hey.
Look who it is. And so I would release it there. I think it would be pretty cool.
Say hi.
Snowy, say hi. Don't show your butt. Don't show your butt.
Turn around.
Yeah, say hi, Snowy.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Wait, don't knock over the camera.
Does
And
not like it. Okay,
No.
sit on my lap then.
okay,
No?
go down. There you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too much butt. So, Snowy, everyone, there you go. Snowy's here. Everybody, it's not a live stream without a Snowy appearance. Snowy's here. Struggle Studio says, Bahzad, a gamer. If it was made before the year 2004, I'm going to go as far as to say 2008. Anything new, I really haven't touched. But I mostly play boomer shooters and like Quake and Doom and Duke Nukem and that kind of stuff. Although I am really very much appreciating like the sigil levels for Doom and like Doom wads and things like that. I also like there's like the new RTX Quake and Doom and all that stuff. That's really great. I like when people take stuff I like and just make it a little better. And like the Marvel vs. Capcom games I enjoy. I love the Versus series. And there's also Capcom vs. SNK 2. There's some kind of like new Capcom collection coming out also in next year. CVS 2, Capcom vs. SNK 2 is one of them, and I'm very much looking forward to playing that. I'm going to play that a lot. Hopefully. I don't know. When I was a kid, I played it a lot. I'm just thinking back.
No, but you said like you played games up until 2008. Coincidentally, that's when Naked Famous started.
Right.
So then, your entire history of Naked Famous, you didn't play many games.
Not very many games. My gaming level went down a lot over that period of time. I still like when I consider like, oh, I play games on like if I play 30 minutes of something, I'm like, all right, that's good. I usually get the most gaming in on an airplane.
Right.
Like I have a Steam Deck that pretty much only gets turned on for an airplane flight. That's it. This last trip from Canada back to Japan, I played it on the flight. It hasn't been turned on in like 8 weeks. That's just the way I roll. I don't have a lot of time for gaming. I wish I did, but I don't. But yeah. Junior, are you going to come out of retirement when Capcom vs. SNK comes out next year? Probably a little bit. I just know that I can't play at the level that I used to. And I'm pretty competitive when it comes to fighting games. I like to win. I don't like to lose. And when I start losing, I got to turn it off. Mm-hmm. The other day I was playing some online matches, and I was losing to a guy who I'm like, it was my fault. It was my execution that was the reason I wasn't winning. Okay. And finally, I beat him. Right? It was like a couple matches, and then finally I beat this guy, and I beat him convincingly because now I'm just landing my combos properly, and buddy leaves. I'm just like, oh man, what a sorry sack. I hate when people do that. I felt like we had some good back and forth, and he's like, no, I lost. I'm out of here. I'm like, no.
Yeah. But to be fair, he might just need it to go, and that's the kind of the frustration of online gaming, right? It's just you're not playing with real, Yeah. You're not real. Anything that you do is just gonna be but.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Henry Matos writes, I will pick up a physical copy of Marvel vs. Capcom. Definitely looking forward to CVS. I have my physical copy of Marvel vs. Capcom. Hold on, let me show it to you. Is it packed up? It might be packed up. Hold on.
I don't know how important it is to show that physical copy. What's your favorite RPG? Role-playing game?
Yeah, it's packed up. But I just like the old Dreamcast discs because the art on the discs were so amazing. But my favorite RPG, I'm not a big RPG guy. I would say Chrono Trigger because probably that's the RPG I played the most. I basically went for every ending possible. I played the crap out of that game. And if you would consider Monster Hunter an RPG, I don't know. I played a lot of Monster Hunter, but I got tired of it because there was just too much to know. It was like, you have to beat this monster with this thing. In order to get that thing, you got to go and do this, and it takes 2 hours to go and do that. I couldn't do it. It just took so much of my life away, and I don't have that much time to put into the games in that way. Like if I could play for a few minutes, I'm happy. Like a fighting game, you play a couple of rounds, you're good. You played the game, but an RPG, it kind of never ends. Even like Persona, I played the Persona games for a bit, but yeah, they get. At some point, I always find myself like putting an RPG down, and then when I put it back on, I don't remember where I left off, and I don't remember what to do next, and yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, Snowy, come here. You can sit on my lap. Capcom versus Tatsunoko. Yeah, Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I have that for Nintendo Wii. I got that. I also had the joystick. I had two of them. And remember when our storage locker got robbed? Mm-hmm. They stole my joystick. And I have another one, I think in my mom's house. But they stole that joystick. And I was very upset because that was not an easy joystick to get. And they stole so much of my stuff.
Yeah.
You know what annoyed me the most was, so they stole our storage, like they basically ransacked our storage locker. And I had to go make a police report, and when I got there, they're like, yeah, we have the guy. And I'm like, do you have any of my stuff? They're like, no. And I'm like, can I know who the guy is? They're like, no. And I'm like, all right, well, here's my police report. Here's what's stolen. If you find any of it, let me know. And that's it. That's what happened. Nothing else. Never recovered anything.
Yeah.
And
not fair.
Not fair. I wanted to maybe have a little talk to him and say, hey, can you give me some of my stuff back, or maybe some dineros for the things that you stole from me? Because,
You know what was weird was that we didn't even know that our storage got robbed until like days and a couple of weeks later, I think.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird.
We haven't been to our storage locker for a bit. We went down and I'm like, why is all of our stuff in another storage locker? And then, weird. Why is all of our stuff, like, the boxes are torn and everything's rent? I'm like, oh, somebody robbed this place. We called, like, the building management, and they're like, yeah, that happened weeks ago. We sent out a message to everybody. And I'm like, you didn't send one to us. Anyhow. Thieves, what are you going to do?
Don't be a thief.
Don't be a thief.
It's a message for everybody.
If there's anything I hope you take away from 164 episodes of the Naked Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, the greatest live stream in the history of the internet, is to not steal.
And don't size down.
And don't size down.
Those are the two important lessons.
When we talk about golden rule for life, that's it. That's the golden rule. Don't steal. Don't size down.
Very important.
Very important lessons. You will be a successful person. This is turning into one of those motivational channels. You will be a successful person if you just avoid those two things in life. You're gonna go far. You will make it. You'll be big. Fixed Spiral writes, my wallet was stolen 3 weeks ago, and I just got my disputed charges credited. My dispute charges credited. F that mess. Yeesh. Junior writes, what's been your favorite moment of the Naked Famous Denim live stream? Is there a number one favorite moment? I don't know. They're all favorite moments. They're all good moments. That's a very weak response. I like it when we have secret guests, like when a Garrett pops in unknowingly on this side of the planet. I like it when Garrett is on this side of the planet for the live stream. Those are always fun.
Yeah, we had some surprise guests in the past. We had Brandon come in.
Yeah.
Who else? We had the Fire Guy every year.
Fire Guy always shows up. I feel like Shizuka showed up on a live stream once just to pass through.
Right.
That's a rare appearance, rare guest. But yeah, Terry is in the chat here. Good to see you, my friend. And Terry writes, I'd just like to say it's been a pleasure to know and work with both Bahzad and Risa. You have been models of professional behavior, hard work, and creativity. Well, Terry, you exemplify all of those things as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. If I could steal staff, I would steal you.
You can come to Japan and find work anytime.
You know it. So Terry, for everybody who doesn't know, is one of the stars. I use the word star. Of the superstar of this week at Tate and Yoko program, which we also have on the Naked Famous Denim channel. It is a look sort of behind the scenes of what's going on at Tate and Yoko, our retail store in Montreal. And Brandon, actually on the last episode, Brandon gave a tour of the store itself. I know sometimes we usually shoot those episodes out of the warehouse, but we took a little tour of the shop last week, and Brandon got to talk a little bit about all of the stuff, all the tchotchkes we've got throughout the store. A lot of little cool things on display there. So if you ever get a chance to come to Montreal, check out Tate and Yoko. Get yourself a pair of La Belle Provence Selvedge. It's the most French Canadian jeans ever made. Yeah,
but I'm sure you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of Terry, a lot more of Garrett, and perhaps a lot more of Brandon.
Yeah, you'll see a few more faces. So if you've grown tired of our faces,
there'll be new, fresh faces.
Yeah. I would just say, Terry, Garrett, if you're watching, Terry's watching. I don't know if Garrett's watching. Garrett wasn't here a minute ago, I think. Maybe I'm dreaming that. Start off next week's live stream with Sandro and Tammy. Just do it.
It's your greatest idea.
It's my greatest idea. Let's see if anyone even notices. Sandro kind of looks like me.
Beard.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah.
The only common thing I share with Tammy would be that we're both women and Asian.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Garrett's here. So just give that a shot. Start it off with Sandro and Tammy.
Yeah. Maybe Tammy can bleach her hair.
Yeah. And let's see if anyone notices. Give them a good 2 or 3 minutes. And
hey, everybody.
That's it.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Kenny Ingram writes, Terry, did you find your car?
But he got an awesome new car.
He did get an awesome new car. So some good came out of the bad. But, if you stole Terry's car and you're watching right now, turn yourself in to the local Montreal police, and we need to have you charged with auto theft. So please turn yourself in. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Stop stealing and never size down. I'm just saying, the guy who stole Terry's car sounds like a guy who sizes down.
100%.
He's definitely a size downer. You don't have to always be a size downer all your life. You can be a proper sizer or a size upper. You can be that person.
Yeah.
And you can stop stealing. You don't always have to be a size downer. You can always be better. So there you go.
Yeah. You can turn your life around.
Turn your life around. Do it. And we'll be there to watch you improve. But before then, you need to pay restitution to Terry and Terry. So we want our car back, and we want some
properly sized jeans.
Properly sized jeans. So let's make it happen. All right. Kenny Ingram writes, I size down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Kenny Ingram writes, okay, driving down to the police station now. There you go. There you go. Terrence says, the Rubicon is Ruby gone, but now there is a Raptor. There's a Raptor. It's a beautiful car. Great car. Great truck.
It is a humongous car.
It's great. I got to ride in it with Terry for quite a while.
Very nice, smooth ride.
Unbelievable.
Above everybody.
Yeah. You feel great. You feel like a king in that thing. All right. Sniff writes, I've been sizing up lately, and I think I might be regretting it. You're not. You're only going to appreciate it.
First of all, size properly.
Yeah.
Don't size up or down. Just find your right size.
Yeah.
But sizing up is better.
Better than sizing
Less of a
down.
crime
Jeans that
than-
fit.
Yeah.
Jeans that you can wear are better than jeans you can't wear. Always. The worst luck, if I size up, I'm screwed every time. No, I don't think so. But you
can
do follow up by saying I size properly. Sizing properly is definitely the way to go.
Right.
But when in doubt,
Yeah, go up.
go up. Don't ever go down. Going down, always the wrong
It's a
choice.
very
Yeah.
risky move.
Yeah. Yeah. Pedro says, don't size down or sideways or diagonal because it's impossible. Yeah. Upwards, not downwards. Forwards, not backwards. And always twirling, twirling, twirling towards freedom. Let's see anybody get that reference. Okay, guys. You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's snack time.
It's the time for the one last...
Yeah. And so we've got some special crystal glasses to go with this crystal drink. Let's go with the big ones. Can you put some ice in them too? Let's go real classy.
Yeah.
We're going to go all the way. This is the classiest way to end a live stream career is with some from Snack Times with crystal glasses. And it will feature a very rare and special soda that you can't get anymore, but I got one. And it's been waiting for a special occasion just to enjoy it. And we're going to enjoy it with you. So, hang tight. Reese's bringing over the ceremonial cups and soda. We're going to make it happen. Mike in WFB writes, if you already said, I'm sorry, but what is the last fit for you both on Naked and Famous? We'll do a final fit check before we do the snack time. And yeah, but it's not our final fit, right? Follow us on social media. Well, follow me. I post a little bit more of my fit pics. Not that often, but every now and then I put them off. I put them up there. Terry says, is it canned Gatorade? It's not canned Gatorade, but that would be fun to have. Preston Noonan says, it's not soda, it's pop. I call it both. I'm from Toronto, where we do say pop. Patty and a pop. Jamaican beef patty and a pop. That was a great meal of mine. Very commonly drunk. So we've got Crystal Pepsi, everybody. Crystal Pepsi. I have one. And we're going to enjoy this together. It is a soda, a cola, without the cola look. It is a sophisticated version of a cola because, of course, it is clear, and everything clear is better. And so we have Crystal Pepsi in real crystal glasses, so we're going to enjoy these like millionaires. This is probably how Elon Musk lives his life. Drinking expired rare soda in crystal glasses. This is the way
like your
to do it.
equivalent of popping up a Dom Perignon.
This is it. This is like popping a very expensive bottle of champagne. This is the champagne of sodas. This is Crystal Pepsi. Elusive, and what can I say? We're going to enjoy it today. I don't see where the expiration date on this is. Or the best before or anything like that. But you know what? All I know is that they don't make these anymore. So we're going to enjoy it. Right75 says, I've never seen that. It looks cool. What's the expiration date?
I saw it here.
Oh. This one is expired in 2022. So
this we bought in 2020.
This isn't an 80s bottle. On eBay you can find 80s bottles of these, and they're very, very expensive. And Crystal Pepsi has been reissued here and there every now and then. And this is from 2020. At least it expires in 2022. So when it was made, I don't know. But it expired in 2022. It is currently 2024 September. And this expired in September 19th, 2022. So almost 2 years expired.
Nice.
Which is fine. We're going to enjoy it. Soda doesn't expire. But a Crystal Pepsi is something that many people have never enjoyed. And
yeah,
I
dug out proper ice also.
Yeah, we got
it's
those.
a little old.
Yeah,
but it's not a plate ice.
Okay, so let's open this together. Not a lot of carbonation there. It might be flat. It's possible that it's flat.
I guess they don't go bad, but they might go flat.
There is no fizz left. Listen to that.
We'll find out.
We're gonna find out. All right, so to Risa and to everybody, let's enjoy. Flat.
Wow.
Is there a little carbonation in there?
There's definitely little
I can
bubbles.
recarbonate this. Hold on.
Yeah,
I have a
but-
carbonation machine.
Yeah, maybe
wait.
later, but
There's a little bit.
yeah.
All right, cheers, everybody. Here's to the Naked Famous Denim live stream and us, being your host and you allowing us to be in your households every week. Thank you,
for
everybody.
watching,
Here's some Crystal Pepsi to you.
Oh, it's definitely flat. Very little combination left.
Pretty flat.
Flat cola is one of the worst things, I think.
Even the taste is, it basically tastes like a little bit of sugar water.
But at least it's not completely flat. Because
Okay.
it does have a little bit of bite left.
I'm going to carbonate this right now. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Let's
we'll
do
try
it.
this again?
Yeah, we'll try it again. Hold on.
I'm going to have to
You're
pour
gonna chug
this
that.
out. Chug this?
Yeah.
No.
There's not much.
Ugh, it's not great. I'm not a fan of cola to begin with, and flat cola, even though it looks cool.
Okay, we're carbonating the Crystal Pepsi. Can you see me in the background?
Can you? No. Yes. Here.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, we're a drink mate people, so we're not Soda Stream, because Soda Stream doesn't let you sodify anything that's not water.
Yeah, so, boom. Just carbonated it. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pour this out.
You're going to pour that out? I'm going to drink that. I'm going to drink every little bit of...
You want me to
Do whatever.
save
No,
this?
don't worry. You can pour that out.
Sorry. So wasteful.
Yeah. So,
Children in Africa and pouring flat cola out.
okay, that was some very flat Crystal Pepsi. We're going to try the re-soda'd Crystal Pepsi now. You can hear that carbonation. And you can see those bubbles have reformed. Okay? Okay, it's a much bubblier soda. This is how you do it. You don't even worry about flat expired soda. You can just recarbonate it. Oh, look at it's smoking. You can see that? Yeah, it's great.
Oh, look at those bubbles.
Oh, unbelievable. Okay.
Awesome. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Ah,
All right, everybody.
hopping.
Cheers again to
Cheers
all of
again.
you. Crystal Pepsi. Crystal Cups, re-sodafied to the Naked and Famous Denim live stream, and all of you wonderful people out there. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's a lot better.
Wow.
That's a lot better. So, there you go, everybody. If you want to re-sodify expired soda,
Drink mate.
get a drink mate. Pedro writes, Bahzad is an infomercial host now. No, I just want to enjoy my Crystal Pepsi the way it was intended to be enjoyed with all of you, my friends, the wonderful people, the wonderful community we built here on the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream.
Yes.
The greatest live stream in the history of all of the internet. Never forget that. You guys made it happen, and it will continue on. This live stream will live on strong because we've got a new host, new format coming up next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You could tune in to Garrett, Terry, and the Tate and Yoko Naked and Famous Denim crew live from Montreal. And if you still want to keep up to date with us, maybe you're bored of us, I don't know, you can always find us on Wonder Looper YouTube. Find us there. We will be streaming Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So the same time, same place. And
I hope you do. I hope you guys join us.
We hope to see you guys there. So,
what's your score for the Crystal Pepsi, by the way?
Recarbonated. I can't score it. It's gonna get 2 thumbs up. It's gonna get a 2 thumbs up score.
That's a good score.
Shanksal says, will the Wonder Looper live stream start next Friday?
Yes.
You got it. 7 p.m. Eastern next Friday. So Friday, 27th of September. So we'll see you guys there. Risa, what's your score? You're not a cola drinker.
No. I don't know. I can't score this. I mean, cola is, it's not like I never drink it. I sometimes have a sip or two of yours. So I don't know.
It's okay. Don't force yourself. Just
it's not bad.
Okay, so it's a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Maybe 2 even because we got good company. Good vibes.
You know what I gotta find? I gotta find Thumbs Up Cola, which is like a cola from India, which is also made by Coca-Cola, but it's got
Coca-Cola makes it?
Yeah, and it's got like a cool logo with like a thumbs up on it. So I gotta find that.
So in India they don't have Coca-Cola?
They do, but Coke makes another product.
That's weird.
Very weird. It's definitely different. Everybody.
Oh, fit check. Maybe you did the fit check.
Oh right.
Last fit check. Your flex.
Okay, this is my flex check is what's going on. Of course, we've got my dirty fade True Guys. These have been going on for a little bit more than a year. You can see they're quite faded, and even like below the knees here, going on very strong. These have been worn and washed quite often and quite a lot. So a more vintage style fade. Of course, you've got my big giant phone fade here on the front. On the feet, some Yucatan slides. Just, nice homey stuff. Wonder Looper Ultimate Pima Suriyami t-shirt. On shirt-wise, this is the Naked and Famous Denim overshirt from Spring-Summer 25. So this hasn't come out yet. And this is the Sashiko, as you can see, mixed with Tokushima Natural Indigo hand-dyed yarns. This is an absolute stunner of a shirt. I'm really looking forward to this one. The details on it are crazy.
Yeah, so you got the tonal sashiko texture over here, and these stitches of blue. They're the Tokushima natural hand-dyed indigo. So it's going to fade. Yeah. It's going to make the white part bluer as you wash and wear.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic fabric.
The texture is nuts. So one of the last samples I had to take, this one right here. And so I'm going to enjoy wearing this long before any of you get to. But I'm definitely going to show it off. And I think when it comes out, you guys are going to like it. This is like this one and the Fox Fiber overshirt, like just two of the best overshirts we've ever made. So yeah, I hope that you get one when they come out. I hope you enjoy them. I certainly am. And my wristwatch check, I've got the G-Shock, the MRG G-Shock over here, the titanium build. So this is my flagship G-Shock in my collection.
You dressed up for the occasion.
I did. So crystal cups, titanium watches. What can I say?
Who are you?
I put on my best for you. That's what I did. And Risa?
Just in my old clothes, Naked Famous country shirt. I really like how this shirt is like starting to age a little, and the puckering and all that. So that's my comfy shirt. Today I'm wearing my classic. This is the first ever classic sample. This was we made this in 2016.
Look, turn to the side. The train track fades here are crazy.
Actually great. And I got my cell phone because I put my cell phone in the thing. So this was like, I made this sample in 2016, and since then we did adjust the classic fit a little bit, but this has just always been my favorite. 11 ounce lightweight. I wore them so much. Again, I can't fade jeans like some of you guys can, but just be my favorite. So very relaxed. I'm wearing my cheap G-Shock.
Yeah, but we're G-Shock pals. That's all that matters.
It really helps to wear watches.
Yeah.
It's nice to know the time.
Nice to know the time. So there you go, everybody. The Raven says, I love your guys' fits today. Well, thank you very much. Mike in WPB, but didn't let the hair down. I didn't put the hair down for this stream. Melody Murray, congratulations. Thank you for all the knowledge. See you next Friday. You are absolutely welcome, and everybody, of course, is welcome. We're so happy that we could share our knowledge with all of you, and we look forward to continuing to do that as well. Of course, the Naked and Famous Denim team is going to carry on with the live stream, and they're going to bring to you, their perspectives, new perspectives, younger perspectives, older perspectives. You're going to have we got a wider cast there to talk and discuss with, and maybe they'll take it into even spicier topics than that we did. Some of the guys, you get a Vincent on there, he might.
Oh, he's got some hot takes.
He's got some hot takes. You never know. So everybody, it's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. KMX says, "Oh my God, I caught near the end of the last episode. We will miss you too. Tuning in from Calgary, Alberta, fading my left hand twill, sky blue editions." Pedro writes, "Two great fits to ride off into the sunset with." There you go. We'll leave it with that. Everybody, thank you. You're sending thank you to us. We're saying thank you to all of you for everything that you've done supporting us. And, the amount of support, the community that we built, it's been wonderful. We're going to continue on sharing and spreading our message in every way possible. So, everybody, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. We're gonna sign off with our usual sign off, and that's to do something nice for yourselves and do something nice for somebody else. And we'll see you guys again real soon. Thank you all for absolutely everything. We love you all. All right.
Have a nice weekend.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.